What's up guys, it's me again, back for another YouTube video. Today's video is basically just like a bunch of story times, you know, things that have happened to me that I think just the internet has to hear because you just care that much. This first one is like a time that my mom embarrassed me so bad. It was just ugly, okay? It was ugly. It was like last summer, probably a year ago. My mom and we went to Smith's, you know, the grocery store. But little did I know that the football program at my school was gonna be fundraising that day. So we get there, right? And it's these guys that like I knew, but like we're not really close friends or anything. They're just people I know that I have like other friends associated with. I don't know, you get it. I think they were selling programs or something, but they were at like the automatic doors of Smith's. So we're like walking in, and then they're like, would you like to buy a program? I'm right next to my mom, and she goes, no thanks, she's already a cheerleader. They already knew this. They already know who I am, they know my name, they know that I'm a cheerleader at their school. And my mom said that she didn't want to buy their program because I'd be selling the same thing. I don't even know if it was a program, it was something. And then so I had to like walk past them. Seeing people that you know in public is already such a weird, like embarrassing type thing. But the fact that my mom was like, oh, she already cheers at your school. Like, they know this. And it was just embarrassing. And then I was like, hi, to the guys I knew. The whole time that we were shopping, I was like, I can't believe you said that. Like, they already know who I am. Why would you have to remind them? There were a few moments where I thought about leaving my mom to go just like talk to my friends, acquaintances. I don't know. I was just gonna go talk to them while they were out there. I was gonna keep them busy. But then I was like, nah. And so by the time we were done checking out at the store, I had to go face these kids again, and I was like, bye. But yeah, that was just embarrassing. So this next story, this hasn't really affected my life or anything. It was really kind of a small thing that happened, but I just think it was like funny, and I just remembered it as I was like writing down thoughts for a video. Speaking of thoughts, I went to celebrate Halloween for my sophomore year in this very rich neighborhood in a rich part of town. We got into the neighborhood that was all guard gated and everything because one of my friends had a boyfriend who lived in there, so she got us in. So we were all just walking around. This group of guys, it was like 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 guys or something. They were all wearing little police uniforms, and they were the Thought Patrol. And if you're like an old person who doesn't know what a thought is, it's like a girl that has a lot of boyfriends. Anyway, every time they saw like a thought, they go, thought! And they take their little flashlights and go running towards the thought. Okay, so anyway, it gets later in the night. There's this group of girls. I don't know if there were any guys with them, but it was this group of thoughts from another school. The Thought Patrol went to go get these people, and then they like came up to our group. They were low-key like a year, like a grade older than us. And this group of thoughts, they were like, oh, you guys are so cute. Look at you. What are you, in 8th grade? We were all sophomores, if not. There might have been like a freshman or two. Actually, I think it was primarily sophomores. They were like asking us what school we went to. And they were like, wow, you're really in high school? They were seriously like, if not a year older than us, they were seniors. I don't know, but they called us 8th graders, and it was just really, it was weird, but it was just kind of a funny story to tell. The Thought Patrol was really funny. So this last one, it was towards the end of my sophomore year, so really not too long ago. I think it was in May. One day after first period, I started my period. And I was prepared, so I was like, whatever, it's cool. And then all of a sudden, in 5th period, if you don't know, I'm on block schedule, so every other day we have like 1st, 3rd, 5th, and then I had lunch, and then 7th period, and then kind of same thing with 2, 4, 6, 8. So after first period, everything is okay. And then 5th period, my cramps hit me like a truck. Like, I was just not feeling good. I had my head down. Like, I was in like this I'm gonna fall. I was like in this position the whole time. And then lunch got even worse. I was eating my lunch that my mom made for me, and things were good. I was drinking my drink. I had a Gatorade, but I had no water that day. If you don't know, water on your period is like so important, and it makes you feel so much better. But I had no water that day, and first day for me, I don't know about other girls, but for me, like, cramps are the worst. After lunch, like, I was hurting so bad. I was like, it's the last period of the day, and I was going up the stairs from lunch to my last period class. My last period of the day was forensic science. I was lightheaded going up the stairs, and I was like, it's fine, I'm fine. And I was like sitting here like doing my work, and I was like, I need water. So shout out to my friend Kaya. Before the bell rang, I was like, Kaya, do you have water? So she let me have some of her water, and then I was like, I'm good, I'm great. Really soon after that, I wasn't great anymore. Like, we didn't have any work to do, so we were just gonna do book work. And I told the kid next to me as I was getting out my book work, I was like, if I faint, tell the teacher. And he was like, oh, okay. And before I could faint, I was not doing good, bro. I was not good, bro. Wrote my name on the paper, and I wrote the period 7, and I wrote the title of whatever we were doing on the lined piece of paper, and I was like, nah. So I was like, yeet. And then I went up to the teacher, and I was like, can I go to the nurse? And she was like, girl problems. And I was like, worse. So I told the teacher, I was like, I'm going to faint. Like, I'm going to die. And so she had this girl, hey, can you walk Mia down to the nurse's office? And she was like, oh yeah, sure. I made it about 5 steps out of the door. And then I was like, yeet. And I got on my hands and knees and just like blacked out. Then I had to pull it together real quick because I didn't want to get the wheelchair called on me. I don't want to make a scene in the class. I legit like fainted in the middle of the hallway, and she was like, are you okay? I'm good. And I was holding onto the railings. I was like, I'm good. So I get into the nurse's office. There's a ton of guys in the nurse's office, and I have to walk in there and be like, listen here, I started my period today, and I haven't had any water, and I'm going to faint. You know, like the little mouthwash cups, they're like really tiny, they're about this big. She gave me this tiny little mouthwash cup of water, and I was like, thanks. It was so bad, it hurt so bad. And throughout this day, I was texting my mom, and I'm like, I have cramps, I need to go home. And she was like, I'll pick you up after school. And I was like, thanks. And then I was like, I'm going to the nurse, and she was like, okay. She was in the shower when the nurse called, or she was just getting out of the shower, and so she had to like yeet her way over to the school, and it was kind of embarrassing. I had to like stumble my way out of class, and I had to like announce to every guy in the nurse's office that I was on my period. But yeah, shortly after that, my mom picked me up. I had to go home early, and my teacher had to like stuff all of this work into my backpack and bring it down to the office. It was just a bad time. And then I just had to walk back into class in the next 2 days because I had block schedule, so I didn't see her till like 2 days later. And I walked in and I was like, hi, I'm all better now. Like, she was like, you did not look good. I'm like, I didn't feel good. Those are just some funny, weird stories that happened to me. Thanks again for watching. Like and subscribe if you're new, but if you're old, you should still like and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!